Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks. Welcome to another stream. Today we're playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And the game is currently loading up. And we will be getting into it very soon. Give me a moment here. Okay. Let's switch over to the game. Okay, there we go. So, I haven't actually played since the last stream, so there is no new unlocks, no new stuff here in this garage so far. But of course, we can keep doing our thing and buy new cars, tune them, sell the 100% stock parts, and then return profit. So, which one did we... Is this... I don't know. Did we restore this yet? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. This is actually worth $68,000. Oh, actually, it's not worth that much, but that's how much we paid it. We paid for it. I mean, literally, it does show being... It does show the value as 68,000 and something, but I don't think this car is worth that much. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so we removed the front windshield already. Rear window needs to go, and then that's the body panels. Okay. Okay, let's see. M8. Let's give this a brown interior. Sure, why not? Seat 1 would fit in probably pretty well here, I think. Seat 2 as well, I like it. And then we need a steering wheel. It was steering wheel 5, so this one. I don't like that as much, but what we can use is something like this, or... Steering wheel 6, perhaps. Yeah, let's use that. Okay, and then we need to go to the other shops for the exterior parts. Oh, you do have almost everything here. Which one do we prefer? I think this one. Then the hood. Here I prefer these. And as far as the tail lights go, I think I prefer those. And then with the rear bumper, I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so M8. Ready. I think we got all of them. all of the parts that we need. No, one thing we don't have yet is the number plate. Yeah, number plates. License plates, I guess. Okay, so let's see. The license plate here as well, and then I think we got it all. Yeah. No? Oh. Okay. Okay, how much is it worth now? 83,000. Actually, 86,000. So we made like $18,000, and we spent, I think, like 9,000. So even this is like a $9,000 profit already. But of course, we want a lot more. So let's move this to the lifter. I don't know if this is like... This is probably rear-wheel drive in this game. If I had to guess. No oil in it. Okay, fair enough. And it is... yeah, rear-wheel drive. And that's multi-link rear suspension. Dude, these screws are coming out fast. Okay, all right. Before I get into the engine, let's actually remove these wheels and decide on the new rim design that we want on this. Okay, first of all, we need to separate these so we can sell them later. And also, just so we know what size they are. 245/40 R19. Are all of them the same size? Yeah, they are. Okay. So we are already pretty close to level 21. After that, we have 9 more levels to go until we unlock the paint shop. So as far as rims go, we do want to stick with 19-inch. I think that suits this car pretty well. But which ones? I think I want to try something like... maybe these? No, these ones. Okay. 19-inch. And then we do want to go a little bit wider because I think I'm gonna just put a tuned naturally aspirated V8 into this. And we want raised tires. To 65s, I guess. This always takes forever, the wheel balancing. I wish there was some way of speeding that up as well. I know I ask for that like almost every episode, but I guess that shows how much I want this to be changed. Don't think we found anything yet. No. Okay, so now let's move this down. We're gonna move this engine crane to the lifter B. Open up the hood, even though I'm not entirely sure if that's even necessary, but regardless, we are going to add the engine on here. And we're gonna start, you know, just moving along. Okay. Okay, on to the other side. Oh yeah, the throttle is here as well. Okay, there we go. With the 4 camshafts, those are alone are gonna add a lot of extra power when we go for the tuned ones. It's gonna be pretty good. And actually, can this even support the supercharged? Oh, yes, it does. I don't think well, I think the AXK and the supercharged ones are the only ones that we can actually build out of these. I don't think we have the Coyote or the SOHC boss. So that's the one that was in there. We can build this in there. Wait, give me a second. V6, those are the old school V8s. That's the one for the Jeep Cherokee. Yeah, and those are the Pagani engines. So naturally aspirated or supercharged, I don't know. Since we're gonna sell it anyway, I'm just gonna go with the regular one. Okay, but first, let's see if we got anything from the engine. Nope, no barn location and no, like, no, whatever it's called. No case. We have a V8 block. We have rod caps. We will have piston rings. We will have timing belts. And we will have the timing cover, which is here. The crankshaft is right here. Then the pulley for it is there. And then we will need like serpentine belts. And also the belt tensioner, of course. This. And also this. I think we need 2 of these and 5 of these. No, the power steering pump is something we can tune. So, water pump. Then there's also the, what's it called? Coils cover, there it is. Okay. Then we need to go in here and we need to get a custom gearbox. Also we need this and this. I don't know which air filter this has, probably just a regular one. So camshaft, do we have one for the V8? Yep, we do. Damn, considering we're gonna add 4 of these, that's a lot of extra power. Engine head. V8. Exhaust manifold. Let me see. Don't know about the exhaust at this point. Let's actually check that out as well. Rear muffler, exhaust pipe, middle muffler, cat. Sorry, I was trying to suppress the sneeze, couldn't quite do it 100%, but... Okay, rear muffler, exhaust pipe. Okay, well, we'll buy that a little bit later. But now we need the fuel filter and the fuel pump. We need ignition coils, definitely. And the fuel rail DI. Is there a intake manifold for the V8? There isn't. Okay. Middle muffler, okay. Gonna get that a little bit later. Power steering pump. Spark plug. And the throttle is going to be right here. And then we don't need any of these. So now let's go to the exhaust section. We need 2 of those, 2 of those. Where's the middle muffler? There it is. And 2 of these. Okay. Actually, not gonna do that yet. I think we may have... I think we might still not have everything, but we have most things. And the engine heads make a huge difference. Ah yeah, the cam gear is something else we need. Hey Traffic, how's it going? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Currently restoring a Mayan M8 in this game, which is sort of like in an Audi A6, or rather like a Skoda Superb, I guess. Whatever the larger Skoda is. It's not the Octavia, but, you know, the bigger one. Ah, also I still need the oil filter and oil pan. I am using tuned parts on this engine as well, so it's gonna make a bunch more power than stock. Where's the correct intake manifold? There it is. Wait, I did not buy that? Really? There was a V6, so I bought the wrong one, probably. Okay, now the front of the engine is done. These red, like these tuned ignition coils, they go along really well with this, with the red from the engine head cover. They look like they would belong there in the first place, because obviously the stock ones are black. Same for the fuel rail. For the direct injection. Everything's red and racy. I think that's about it for all we can do now. Remove engine from the crate. Then we install. Also, we still need to take care of some other things here, like the air filter. Brake servo. The battery. And the ABS. Hey, Georgie Omar, 2012, is that right? Thanks for following. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So we need the radiator fan housing and which fans? I forgot. Oh, housing B and then both fans and then radiator A. So we can sell this. And then we also need the brake servo and the ABS pump and module. Oh, and the air filter, of course. Okay, so we are gonna use the tuned air filter, which is gonna give us like 1% more power or something like that. But it is gonna add up. Tuning shop. Yeah, exactly 1% actually. Okay, I'll just move this out of the way. We also need a fuel tank. And we're about done with the engine here. Still gonna have to do the suspension, of course, but oh, I think I also forgot the starter. And I can also see from here that I forgot the ABS pump and module, so we're gonna have to add that a little bit later. Front exhaust pipe, is that the one we have here? Front exhaust pipe, yeah, we do have that. So we can actually access the entire exhaust from here, which is beautiful. Oh, wait, what? I didn't buy these yet? I feel like I did. Oh, I probably bought these ones instead of these ones. You think you're gonna host another automation challenge in the near future? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's been fun, but you know, I don't know how to put this, but like, I'm I don't like I'm not as excited about automation as I once was at this point. Like when you've played it for many thousands of hours like me, and I do mean thousands of hours, then at some point obviously you're gonna reach a point where you're like, okay, I think I'm done. Let's get over to the other side, maybe. Yep, go. Like, I might make another community challenge, but I don't know when. Okay. Also, let's see what we need as far as the shock absorbers are concerned. Shock absorber A, front shock absorber cap, and spring. Okay. We do need these. Oh man. Front sway bar, wheel hub. Lower suspension arm. Oh. Nope. Put that back in there. So 2 for these, I think. So how many rubber bushings do we need in total here? I think like 8 so far. We also leveled up, which is pretty nice. Let's get another point into something. I don't know. 25% faster walking could be good. it does feel faster now. Like that felt like a noticeable improvement. Like you don't generally walk very much in this game, but there it did feel quite a bit quicker than before. I still don't have that. Front axle knuckle cover, let's see. Front wheel hub. Let's keep going. We need the wheel hub bearing and wheel hub cap. We also need the rack. Also need outer tie rods because we already have the inner ones. And then I think we really only need the brakes from this point onwards. No, don't need that. Okay. Oh, and it's Vapor front end link. I think this is gonna have disc brakes almost certainly on the rear, so let's buy the components for that as well. And the sway bar. Front end link A. Alrighty. I think we should turn on the radio again. Which I'm gonna do after I'm done with this front suspension. I don't think there's anything missing here on the front suspension, so we're good. Let's turn the radio back on. Okay, rear drive axle is the thing we need. More wheel hub bearing. And rear wheel hub. So, wheel hub free. Rear wheel hub free. Rear drive axle. Rear shock absorber A. Okay, we need to count this. That makes 2 rubber bushing. If we count it for both sides. That's 4 and then 2 smaller ones. It's four regular sized ones and 6 small rubber bushings. 6, 8. That also makes 8 small rubber bushings. Okay, 8 of each. Okay, so let's see. Suspension, please. Okay, so we need 2 of those, 2 of those. Rear suspension customary for rear drive. We need which rear sway bar? I think A. And 2 of those, and then I think we already have everything. Oh no, rear axle knuckle housing A. Alrighty. Wheel hub bearing. Ah, sway bar B, huh? And a sway barrier and link. And now we can put the wheels back on. The chat is being so quiet. Is everyone tired already? Just like me? We need this. It's well 9 p.m. today, but it's been a long day for me. I was up at like 6 a.m. Okay, there we go. There's the brakes. And I think that's it. Did we leave anything out? Global parts condition 99%. Yeah, the ABS module and pump are still missing, so yeah. But look at, like, when before we started, the car value was 68,000 and a little bit, and obviously no restoration bonus. So we are going to make a ton of money off of this. That's all in place, okay. Let's actually sell everything. We do have a barn location map. Did I forget to put the other tie rods on, or? No, I just bought them twice. Oh, one more thing we need to do. Fill this thing up with oil. There we go. This thing is worth like 180 grand now. Yeah, unfortunately you can't actually put the W12 in there. And also, I don't think you can actually create a W12. I mean, you should be able to in theory, because what are you gonna do if you actually... Yeah, there we go. You can build one, just not for that car. I think you can only build it for the Bentley Continental. Let's move this to the entrance. And then I'm gonna take this to the speed track and see how fast it is. Oh no, there's one thing I forgot, and that is, of course, the gearing. Well, it's pretty quick, I'd say. Return to garage. I think I want to definitely adjust the gearing on this one though. I kind of want like a long first gear and then the gears afterwards should be very tightly stacked together, you know? Tune parts. So I want 8 gears. First gear can go up to like 80, maybe even 85. Then second is gonna go to like 120. And then the 8th is gonna go up to, let's say, 320. I don't think this thing's gonna do more than that. Like that. Is it faster? No, I think it is. Yeah, it's certainly quicker than before. 300 exactly, as opposed to, what was it before, 285? Not bad as far as improvements on same horsepower go. But yeah, now we're gonna sell this thing because it's gonna give us like 180 grand. That's just crazy. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, so both of those are fully restored. So we can go to a barn, or we can go to the auction house, or we could go. You know what? Let's go to all of these places and sort of like see and collect cars from the barns and from the junkyard first, and then see how much money we have left. I also want to see if I get more cases. No. That's a Bolt Cape supercharged. Okay. Less than 20k. Sure, why not? Let's put it into parking. There's a case. Nothing here, okay. That's a Bolt Reptilia. Yeah, overall it's not in bad shape, I think. And so let's buy this one as well and go and move it to parking. Is there anything here? No. Okay. Alright, sure. Not too shabby. So what do we get in our case? Let's open it now. Another barn location. Okay. No. There is more chunk here. Wanna look for another case? Oh, okay. Here? Nah. That's an RX-7. I'm in for an RX-7. It is 42k though. But that is probably going to mean that this... I'm actually gonna put that into the garage. This will probably be worth quite a lot once we're done with it. There's a case. And then here we have a Lotus Esprit, I think. And they're an old truck. Buy that. It's the N961, but that would add some variety to the mostly V8 powered cars that we've seen so far. No more case here, and then over here. Okay. That is indeed an Esprit for 11.2k. Right. I mean, I'll take that. Buy the case, because why not? I mean, at this point, I can also just sell these parts that we get from the cases. Because I don't think they actually do anything. They don't add extra horsepower as far as I'm aware. Like, +5 quality sounds amazing, but it doesn't actually do anything. Let's go to the next barn. There's a case. And there's a sort of El Camino-esque. There's the Bolt Atlanta, yep. Buy that. I do like the Bolt Atlanta, actually. Because I do like the Chevy El Camino. And that will be a Datsun Sakura GT20. That's an interesting car, so I'm gonna buy that as well. I don't think we've ever restored one of these. And then that's it for this barn. Buy the case. How many cars did we buy now? It's like 7. Open the case. This is a tuned part, and this is also a custom gearbox. So is that. Do we get tuned parts out of these cases? I don't know. There's a Bolt Hellcat, which we gotta buy just because of the name. And what the heck is this? Is there another pile of junk back here? No, there isn't. Already looked at this, I think. Yep. Atlantic Calope. I don't think I've seen this one yet either. 36k. That was actually a lot. Clio V6. Yeah, it does look like that actually. Let's open the case. Another barn location. I'm gonna sell all of these actually. I think the gearbox is gonna be worth a lot. 918. Yeah. 1872, that's good. Also, I think I'm gonna like tune one more new car. I'm gonna sell all of these just so I can make sure to that I'll be able to afford it in the first place. Because a lot of those new cars in the car salon actually go for over 300,000, and I want to make sure I don't, you know, go there and then I'm like, shit, I can't afford it. I mean, most of them are around 200 to 250k, but if I'm unlucky, then they will only have stuff that's over 300 grand. So temporarily, I will move this to parking. And I'll go to the car salon. Oh my goodness. How much are you? Yeah, that's what I thought. 702,000. As much as I'd love to buy this and tune it, I can't afford to. Even if I hadn't bought all of those cars from the barns, I still wouldn't be able to afford it because we were at just under 500,000 before. Like 499,000 and something. This is an M8R. Can't afford that one either. We can probably afford the Jeep. Oh, maybe an M6 actually. Looked like a Jeep almost. This is a turbo inline 4. How about you? Also a turbo inline 4. I mean, we can. In fact, we can tune both of these. How about this? 273,000. I don't think I quite have enough to use tuned parts and then also use select tires with bigger rims, which is what I would like to do. I'm gonna buy this, put this to the garage, then I'm gonna buy this, and put it into parking, and then I'm gonna leave. I don't want to replace the body panels on this thing because when you buy body panels, then they are just gonna be plastic and need to be painted, and I don't want to ruin the car with that because it's brand new and everything's perfect right now. So what we are going to do though is move this to the lifter. So that's the rear muffler C. I don't know if we have that in a tuning shop. Rear muffler... No, rear muffler F. Rear muffler C, are you sure? Yeah, rear muffler C, okay. Exhaust pipe, middle muffler, and cat. No, that's not what I wanted. Also, we are gonna replace the fuel pump with a better one. Obviously also the fuel filter, and this is gonna be direct injected as well. Almost certainly. Okay, now we need to head over here. Gonna remove the oil filter just for good measure. Before we remove the oil pan, we need to drain the oil, because unlike any other car, new cars do actually have oil in them. Like pretty much wherever you buy a car from, junkyard, barn, auction, whatever, like except like unless you buy an actual new car, the car is almost never gonna have oil in it. Like basically ever. Also, do we have a front exhaust section turbo? Do we have that in here? Yes, we do. For that, we first need to remove the turbo. Oh, we can just access that. That's just nice. And I think we still need to remove the front exhaust section first before we can actually pull out the engine with the engine crane. And while we've got the car in the air, let's also remove these rims. And we're gonna fit some better ones. Some nicer ones. Oh, also we still need to get rid of the front drive axles and the gearbox. Oh, come on. And now we can't access the gearbox, right? Yeah. Figured that. Let's quickly replace the air filter before I forget about it. Pull this out and add the engine to the engine stand. And now we're gonna completely disassemble this. So alternator and power steering pump definitely need to be replaced. The throttle, the intake I believe as well is available in the tuning shop. Already have the fuel filter. So yeah, this, like, as long as you don't drive the car afterwards, buying a new car and then tuning it does actually give you a decent amount of profit. And obviously the reason you shouldn't drive it afterwards is because it's a brand new car, and if you put miles on it, it loses like $20,000 of value, and thereby pretty much eliminating your entire profit. Fuel filter. We need the pistons. Alternator. Oh, steering pump. Throttle inline 4, and then exhaust manifold, where is it? Here, and then inlet for direct injection. I think that's the one. I think that's the correct one here. Oh, the engine head. There we go, plus 7%. And the camshaft. I mean, sure, the only problem with doing this, like buying new cars and then tuning them, sure, it can give you a bunch of profit, but a new car is always extremely expensive, so it does have sort of like a high starting, like you need a high starting budget in order to do this. Wait, this doesn't look like the tuned one. It is though. Okay. Now we can mount this back on and then the oil filter. Then we're already done tuning this car. Well, almost. Take this off from the crate. Install the engine. Move this away. Oh yeah, we also need to get the new wheels. So 225, 45 R17s, huh? So how about 235 or 245, 35 R19s? And I think we want race tires on this one. And what rims? It had these ones on them, but I don't really like them on this. I don't like these. I don't like these ones on them. The ones we chose before, I think those could be looking pretty good. Or the modern 04 black. Actually, I'm gonna try these. Oh yeah, this is gonna this is gonna look pretty sick actually, I think. This is gonna be the sort of car for, you know, 21-year-old son of people who, well, it's not really the son of rich people, because then he would have a Ferrari, but son of you know, parents that are reasonably well off in life, and he wants his own little, you know, hot hatch, and the stock car just isn't quite good enough for him. This is exactly the kind of car for him then. So yeah, now we can install the front exhaust section. Yep, the new one. And then we go here. Custom gearbox. And then 4, there it is. Have we swapped out the fuel pump? Yes, we have. Now we still need to attach the starter and also the turbo. I'd love to try out how fast this thing is now, but I can't justify the the immense amount of money we'd lose from that. I think this is 100% complete now. And look at that, it's worth 200 grand now. We bought it for what, 130? We certainly didn't spend 70k on it. It's gonna make a hell of a lot more than 180 horsepower now. It's probably gonna be more like 260 or more. Plus, not only did we just sell it for over 200k, but remember we also have all of the 100% condition parts left. I figured that selling the parts this way as opposed to using this on brand new parts that are 100% condition, it gives you a lot more money selling them individually than selling them, I guess, collectively, you could say. So, the Mayan M6 needs to move here, so we're gonna tune that as well. Okay, sure. Pull out the starter and also the turbo. Yep, we can access that already. Pretty nice. Also, let's replace the air filter right now. Before we bought these two cars, like this and the one we just tuned, we had $299,000. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that we're gonna be at more than that afterwards. So air filter, we're gonna worry about that later. These rims actually do look good on this car. Need to drain oil. And while we do that, let's... Oh, can't actually do anything while this is going. Rear muffler, we're definitely gonna have that in the tuning shop. So let's see. We have a cat, an exhaust pipe, front exhaust section turbo, which is here. We have a middle muffler. And we have a rear muffler for an N94. Damn, the rear muffler for the quadruported gives plus 6.5% power. And it's gonna have two of these. So the rear mufflers alone are gonna add like 13% power. Oh no, that can't be attached when we try to pull out the engine, so gonna leave that for now. Let's also see what sort of wheels this has on it. It's 235/40 R18. I think I like this dimension, and as a result, I don't think I'm gonna actually replace these. Are these like... what compound are they? Sport tire. I'd probably rather have... actually, you know what? No, it's fine. I like them. I'm gonna leave them the way they are. And I don't need to drive the car afterwards anyway, so... if the car can't put down its power afterwards, it's not my problem. Now we're gonna need that again. And pull out the engine. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of Smite a little bit later. I think as soon as I'm done with tuning this engine, I'm gonna end the stream, but it's still gonna take a little bit. So let's go to gearbox. We need this, this, this. Also, feel free to use the channel's own emotes, which you can see underneath the stream if you're watching this on the Twitch through the Twitch through the website. There's a couple of emotes that I made, which are not technically emotes that I get for subs, but it's emotes that I made and added to my channel through Frankerface Z. Okay, and we can leave the crank and the block because we can tune those anyway, but we can tune the rest. Okay, so we've already replaced the air filter. We can do this. 2 camshafts. We don't have a carburetor on this one. Already bought the gearbox parts. Then we need for the turbo. There's all of that exhaust. We have the fuel parts already. We need the ignition coils. The intake manifold, which is here. And then we're gonna need the pistons, the power steering pump, and the spark plugs. Oh, as well as the throttle, of course, and the turbocharger. Yes, better turbo for this thing. Alrighty. So again, we were at $299,000 before we bought these two new cars. And we are gonna be way above that after we're done with tuning them. And I think we're, well, actually we're not quite done here. Put the oil filter back on. All right, take this off of the engine stand. And install. Now we need to lift this thing up again. Gonna put those rims, gonna put those wheels back on because I actually like them on this car. And again, if the sport tires aren't quite enough to handle the now increased power, it's not my problem. Because we're selling the car after we're done with this, which we are going to be very soon. I think we need to move it up again now, or move it down, sorry. Do this. We can't install the turbo yet, we need to install the front exhaust pipe first, or front exhaust section. Oh yeah, also these things. Okay. Right, put the oil pan back on and then we can move it down for the final time, install the turbo and fill this engine up with oil. And then we're done. Okay, close the hood. I think this is complete. Actually, no, I don't think it is. I think something's missing. No? Is there really nothing missing? And we're only getting 144k for this? I mean, that's still profit, I guess. So now we're gonna sell this. And we're also going to okay. So overall we made like $70,000 from tuning those two brand new cars and then reselling them. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Okay. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will be ending this one for now. I will be streaming some Prison Architect tomorrow, which is gonna be fun because I know exactly what I'm gonna be doing. And hope you have enjoyed this stream. And if you want to watch some Prison Architect, make sure to tune in tomorrow. If you want to watch more of this game, make sure to tune in next Saturday. And if you enjoy my content in general and you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, I guess, then you can link Amazon Prime with Twitch to get one free subscription a month to a channel of your choice. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.